today is you're seeing this video on December 30th, so yeah, if I'll announce something later, but yeah, you'll notice I'm not wearing a headset. For all of you audiophiles, you'll probably notice a bump in the sound department. You probably also noticed the new intro at the beginning. Oh, god dang it. Shut up, people on Discord. Like, and you probably are noticing the music playing in the background. Yeah, for 2018, I know when you're seeing this, it's going to be 2017, but it's like 2 days until 2017, god dang it. Well, for me, it'll be 1 day and 4 hours from New Year's, but I'm basically doing a whole channel revamp, whole new intro, music and visuals, everything. Audio files, you probably, I'm using a blue snowball. Yeah, blue snowball. I want to say blue yeti, but no, blue snowball. I mean, for twice as much, I'm not getting boost diminishing returns. But yeah, I'm not using this, like, at all. Like, I'll be using this pair of headphones over here, which it's not actually. Oh god, that's gonna trigger so many OCD alerts. But yeah, I'm doing a whole channel revamp because, like, my intro is an OCD attack. My microphone was washed out for doing Jack versus Andrew videos. I'm not going to worry about having one person being watered out or having someone else, or like someone getting the crappier computer, like but the only thing that's not going to change is like the webcam. Like, I recorded 720p 30 FPS, which is what this webcam records in. So there's not going to be much of a noticeable difference until I go 1080p 60 FPS, which that'll be a while. Like, I've got a computer over there, which I will show you in just a little bit, but I do have a computer over there that should, like, help with, I don't know, recording Jack versus Andrew, recording any, like any video with people over, so I won't have to worry about capture card stuff, with having to worry about my laptop because the fan is obnoxious, which actually, yes, my laptop, it is running, and yes, the fan isn't wanting to kick into effect. I can also, I'll also be there. Like, the whole channel is getting revamped, basically. Hopefully Oof is able to get or Spencer is able to get the art for the channel art in the banner and on time, but in all seriousness, like, I'm doing a channel revamp because, like, how it was in 2017, like, sure, I was able to start up a second channel. Sure, maybe not the bigger of the two channels, but I may not have been consistent on there. Like, I know that there's only 4 videos on there. I know there's only 4 videos on there, but really, the only reason I don't upload there is not because no, I don't want it to be Jack's channel. I want it to be my channel, but for content that doesn't deserve to be here. If that makes any sense. But yeah. But if you, I'm going to shamelessly plug myself real quick. I will be live streaming. If you guys are seeing this on the day it came out, which I will be live streaming tomorrow, December 31st, starting at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, around 4 to 6, around that time range. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming around that time range until New Year's hits, and for roughly every hour or so, I'll be changing the game from like Minecraft to Paladins to what it may be. So I'm not going to stream it on here. I'm going to stream it on my Twitch because I don't want my YouTube to be bombarded with Twitch live streams. I don't want it to be bombarded with live streams. I want it to be like things that I can, like, I might upload things from my YouTube channel, but it won't be from my Twitch channel, rather. It won't be like, I can upload Twitch videos, like videos edited down to like an acceptable time range, such as like 20 to 30 minutes. Let me know in the iCard up there, if you want to see VODs on my, like, if you want to see edited versions of my Twitch live streams on here. If you're not able to make it out to the stream tomorrow, I hope you guys have a good New Year. We'll also be streaming to Link's channel as well, for New Year's, because when I go to stream Minecraft, Link agreed to be in the live stream. So instead of him having to worry about audio stuff and things like that, I'm just going to do the streaming for him. Like, I'll dual-cast my Twitch into his YouTube. I'll be playing Minecraft on my laptop because it'll be Minecraft Bedrock Edition / Windows 10 Edition / Pocket Edition. What are you doing back there, Ando?
You want mate?
But for those of you who are tech savvy, just stick around for a little bit. I'll explain what I'm calling the guest gaming computer, but it's for the computer that primarily Q Gracie is using, not for video stuff, but for like her normal use. I'll be going over the specs, RAM, stuff like that. If you're tech savvy, stick around. If you're not,
go to the time that is on the screen.
Okay, so here's what I'm calling the guest gaming computer. So essentially it's like a mishmash of stuff that I had laying around. So this mouse, this keyboard, that's all stuff that used to be used over there, but then I got my G910 and my G300S keyboard and mouse respectively. This I actually do enjoy, but I had to get a replacement of one of these because the O key broke. Yeah, the O key broke out of all of them. And this is a KM325 that it's been like my go-to mouse. Like, it's wireless, it's got a unifying chip, which it's made by Logitech, which that's also a selling point. Like, Logitech support is second to none. Like, sure, they're more of like a easy way out of just sending them new stuff. Like, I've got the keyboard that had the broken O key. I no longer have. If you remember my Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball the first video I did on that game, that had like my my headset was broken. If you go to my Twitter, you can see me tweeting at Logitech about it. This TV is actually the first monitor used in, like, whenever I first built that computer. It's a Sharp monitor or TV. Right now I'm running it on VGA mode for 1360 by 768. If I put it in HDMI, stuff gets cut off even if I keep it the same resolution, so yeah. Like, this is kind of like a standard computer, like, sure, it's got Vegas on here, which I used 13 on that computer over there. The reason I had 14 open was because over there 14 is broken, and I saved my new intro in Vegas 14. What an idiot. So I'm going to have to make a little bit of tweaks to the Vegas 13 version. Fortunately, I did have multiple copies of it. And here we get to the actual computer. Now, Q Gracie wants it here because it's out of the way. Her drawing pad is here, which I don't mess with. Actually, I can't say that. Okay, I do have a bit of fun with it every now and then. Like it's fun to just, like, to try to use a computer as a touchscreen. Yeah, but this is what I'm calling the guest computer, but it's really, like, this optical drive isn't even an internal drive. Like, it's meant to be an external drive. The reason why this is out is because I was trying to troubleshoot a Blu-ray drive that turns out had a broken USB to SATA adapter. Yeah, but this is actually a Cybertron computer that, funnily enough, my school gave me. Yeah, that's pretty interesting all on its own. So inside we've got an Intel i5-4690 running at 3.5 gigahertz. It's a quad core. Turbo's up to 3.9 gigahertz. That is running on a Gigabyte GA H81MH motherboard. No, I primarily use Asus motherboards, or Asus motherboards, sorry. But it's for graphics, we've got an AMD, well, it's actually an Asus card, but it's an AMD EAH5450. I know it's not the best, it's like, this computer is more of stuff that I had laying around. Like, this didn't come with the graphics card, didn't come with the hard drive, didn't come with keyboard, mouse, monitor, yada yada yada. So I had to supply my own keyboard, my own mouse, my own monitor, my own graphics card, which I could have used on board, but on board kind of sucks. Here we've got 8 gigabytes of DDR3 memory. I wish for DDR4, but you know, that's it. Beggars can't be choosers. This at the front is a Blu-ray drive. It came with a DVD drive. I don't know where I placed that DVD drive. Oh, I placed it there. Okay. And then for storage, it's an interesting storage. So initially, I had this 80 gigabyte SATA 1 5400 RPM laptop hard drive. I filled that up instantly with games and drivers. So then I used a Cronus to clone over to this 320 gigabyte SATA 2 5400 RPM hard drive. Now sure, it may not be SSD, but beggars can't be choosers. And actually, if you look over here, you'll notice that this graphics card doesn't have any fans. I just supply its own fan from my motherboard box, which I'm going to be careful about its placement because its placement is actually pretty janky. It is on front audio and a USB 2 header. So, like, the cable for it. So, it's pretty janky. And yes, I know on this motherboard there are SATA 2 and SATA 3 headers. You guys can't see it, but I didn't want to switch over the SATA cable because laziness, and like, it was perfectly fine. So sooner or later I'll get an SSD for this, maybe. I don't know. And also, funny story, this computer can't run Windows 10 because when I do, it's, to say the least, breaks because it confuses you that there's a motherboard problem. Well, that is technically true. The thing is that it's not a motherboard problem, it's a BIOS problem, which I guess is a motherboard problem, but it confuses you whenever you try to install Windows 10 on here, because I had my laptop hard drive from my SSD installation video, which you can click on the iCard up there. I had that hard drive laying around, so I was like, it's got the AMD graphics already installed because my laptop has got AMD integrated graphics. It'll have some games already on it, so we can benchmark this computer. Let's just give it a go. No, we can't give it a go. So, fortunately, I had this hard drive laying around that had Windows 7 on it, and it booted perfectly fine. But I went to install the drivers for this graphics card, and that was a pain in the butt to get installed. It was a mess, and yes, there is the Intel HD graphics control panel over here. The reason why I'm not screen capping this is because this doesn't actually have a mic. Actually, it does have a microphone, but I don't want to get that set up. I've got that installed because I installed every last bit of drivers on this computer. And if we take a look at the control panel, it should give us some insight on what the integrated graphics is. It should, that is. MSI Afterburner might actually help. Okay, the onboard graphics is actually Intel HD 4600. You guys can't see that. Can probably adjust the focus real quick. Focus is just going to be a jerk, but okay. But it is Intel HD graphics 4600. So yeah, I mean, look, if I really wanted to, this could actually be my main computer, but for multiple reasons, it's not, such as limited PCI Express. Like, my graphics card is one, my capture card is another. What's the third? I could easily think of a third. Except I can't think of a third. There's only 3 PCI Express stuff. There's 2 mini PCI Express and 1 PCI Express. So, like, my graphics card takes up a PCI Express. My capture card takes up a PCI Express. Got a USB 3 card because you need more USBs all the time. Oh, yep, that took up. That's all of my USB. That's all of the PCI Express ports. If I decide to go with like a GTX 1050 Ti, oh no, I've just nuked out a mini PCI Express. And that leaves me with one other expandability option. which is going to be a capture card, because those are handy. So this uses DDR3 memory instead of DDR4. Like, and for those of you who aren't tech savvy and managed to get to this point, that I can't put in DDR4 memory into DDR3 banks, and I can't take the processor and put it into my main computer, because it's like trying to... I can try to think of a quick analogy. If I even have the cable for it. There we go, I've got the cable for it. Okay. Like, let's take this CD or DVD drive, for example. Here's my connector to the computer. Oh. It doesn't work because they're not the same thing. You need this cable only goes with a hard drive like this. See? Like that. And who uses IDE these days? And I don't have a SATA cable handy, but SATA only connects to SATA. So, yeah. But, hey, for all of you tech-savvy people, like, props to you for actually, like, watching this far. Like, I would have probably even bored you at this point. Ah, goodness. I mean, we can take a quick look at the back real quick of the I/O we have going on here, which, yes, we've got, I don't know how much power supply. We've got this USB cable going to the drawing pad. And we've got this guy for apparently one device. I don't know, I've just got this one device. But I've got a USB hub going to this Wi-Fi adapter, and an aux cable to go to the back of this TV, because I was cheapo, didn't go HDMI, and didn't want to get different speakers. But I could get a higher resolution with that monitor, but goodness. And there's the VGA cable. Oh goodness, I'm probably boring all of you. Like, oh gosh, I forgot that that's broken. God dang it. But yeah, one of the other things I'm going to try to do for this channel revamp is to do more of what I like to do. So probably I'm too close to my face for that. But I'm going to try to do more of what I like to do, and what I mean by that is do more tech videos, because I love tech. Like, the idea I have is kind of like a stretch, but installing Windows 1.0 all the way to Windows 10, and just like doing upgrades all the way from Windows 1 to Windows 10. Now, as ridiculous as that sounds, it's not entirely impossible, because people have done that on YouTube before, but the thing is that they've done that on virtual machines. I want to do that on physical hardware because I'm stupid. I'm going to be quoted for that. So, I'm going to try to get into more of a routine for editing, because with the editing, I will admit, I have been sloppy with it. Like, I've simply gone, yeah, let's just throw all these clips together, boop, 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 boop. Oh, I remember there's swearing, so I've got to watch through that until I find the swearing. Oh, I think there's just one swearing moment. So I just need to wait until I find that swearing part, so I'll just skip to where I think it was. You know what? I don't want to put in an actual bleep. I'll just cut out the audio there. Yada yada yada. I've been lazy with editing. Like, I've been a lazy freaking bum when it comes to editing, and I'm ashamed of that. Because, like, I want to put content, like, I want to put good content into my videos. Or good post-production into my content, sorry. And actually going in and removing parts that I don't need. Going in and putting in music in parts where, like, I'm in the middle of something. And just fill in any silence there may be. Having a guest computer for video series is just kind of like a Jack versus Andrew. It enables me to raise the quality of videos instead of having to do capture card. Instead of having to record 2 different screens at one time, having to record 2 different webcams at one time. And yes, I will admit, New Year's resolution of last year, I went back and watched that. One thing that I did do is that I stopped upscaling to 1080p. And I'm sticking with 720p 30 FPS. And also, one thing that I said last year was that I would record my audio separately. Yeah, no, I haven't done that. So, yeah. I'm not a man of my word, evidently, but I will sync up audio this year. Because if that means I can actually, like, if I can actually do some better audio stuff. Like, if I can actually amplify some parts and not have to worry about, like, me getting limited by my Logitech webcam software, which is what I've been recording with. I don't want to get limited by that. Notice I'm not doing a very good example of it right now, but, like, whenever I do these camera videos, I use that microphone. So instead of having to deal with this probably very crappy quality camera, I'd like to raise the quality of, like, audio. And sure, this is a 1080p camera, but the reason I render in 720p 30 FPS is because my Vegas template is 720p 30 FPS. Well, if someone wants to send me a 1050 Ti for a birthday gift, I mean, my birthday's on the 30th, I might do a birthday stream on twitch.tv/MajorYoshi. If you want to send that to me for, like, a birthday gift, I don't actually have a P.O. box, so crap. I don't want to leak my address. But in all seriousness, like, I don't plan going 1080p 60 FPS for more than one reason. One, my render and upload times are already long enough. Like, an average length video, which is like 20 to 30 minutes, takes over an hour to render, and 2-3 going into 4 hours on uploading. So that's an abomination. So probably not even pointing at me. And also, whenever I go to do Jack vs. Andrew videos, or whatever videos involve the guest computer, like, the camera you'll see probably will be high resolution because it'll be this camera. I don't actually have the space to use this camera in placement of my webcam. So I'm not going to record on the guest computer because, like, expandability reasons, as I mentioned before. And sure, I could do capture card into that computer, but still. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell next to that subscribe button, so that way you can get notified every time I upload a video, and so you don't get unsubscribed from me, because that would be tragic, you know, right? You know, so just to become a part of that first squad, you know, you gotta get all those first, and see how drunk YouTube can get.